and welcome back to another week of Eat the Damn Cake. How the hell are ya? I'm Carly.
And I'm Maddie.
It's Maddie's birthday.
It is my birthday, but you will be listening to this the day after, so
happy freaking birthday.
If you guys listen to this and are like, shit, I forgot to wish her a happy birthday, that's okay. I love belated birthday texts. No, I'm just kidding. I actually send a lot of belated birthday texts because I never have my shit together.
Same.
So like it is, I think we need to normalize that. Like if someone texts you and is like, holy shit, happy belated. Like I know my birthday is not the most important thing in your life.
Yeah.
So I do not really care.
Yeah.
Don't worry. But yeah, I'm 25.
25.
You know what's better than 24?
25. Do you know what's better than 27?
28.
The next number.
Yeah. Nice.
That's the number.
It's not about you today.
You're
No,
right.
I'm just kidding.
You're right, but I'll somehow make it about me.
No, thank God. Carly is back, everybody.
I am back after last week with Kate. So wait, I feel like we have a lot of new listeners on here.
I know.
Welcome to Eat the Damn Cake. We are a Boston-based podcast and fitness company,
Correct.
also known as Built by Byron. So we are Built by Byron behind the microphone.
And Carly and Maddie.
We're sisters.
Yes.
For those of you who might not know.
A lot of people don't know that.
And this podcast is based on inclusivity in the fitness industry. You don't have to look or feel or be a certain way to feel like you have to participate. No. That was wrong. You don't have to look or feel a certain way to feel like you have to go.
Something's happening.
Something's happening in my brain.
So our podcast is
know
a
what it's
fitness
about.
podcast and lifestyle podcast where we talk about inclusivity in the fitness industry, and you do not have to fit in some sort of box to participate in whatever you want to do, and also an anti-diet culture podcast. We fucking hate diets.
We just don't believe in restrictions.
Correct. Because restrictions make you want them more.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Everything in doses. What's that?
Oh.
What is everything in moderation?
There you
everything
go.
in moderation. All right.
Oh
so last week we had Kate
literal
from
car crash.
TikTok on, and by we I mean Maddie had her on. I was in Ireland.
She's so wonderful. I love her so much.
I was listening in, obviously I listened to the podcast and it was phenomenal. She truly is just such a breath of fresh air, and her outlook on everything, like for how old she is, she's my age, and for how old she is and her outlook on life and her outlook on people that may give her any hate or anything is just so positive and so beyond her years that
she's so like, I honestly loved. I told her, I was like, every single thing you said was a golden nugget. Me and Hurley talked about it. It was like everything was a golden nugget and resonated so much with what we cover on this podcast in like previous episodes. And she just echoed everything that we often say, which I adored. But also she, I had clients of ours that listened to her and was like, honestly, like, listening to her was so comforting and helpful, and just the way that she deals with, like you said, negative people. I mean, I talked about how I got like literally flipped off in the middle of the road that day I was going to record with her, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. But no, she's wonderful. If you don't follow her, make sure you go and follow her. She is at Kate on TikTok, and I'm sure a lot of you have been following her already. So welcome.
Let's talk about Ireland. Let's
just dive in. We haven't covered our lives in a little bit, and there is a lot to cover.
So
much content.
All right, where do I start? So I went to Ireland. I went to Ireland with two friends, and it was one of the best trips of my life. So much fun. We did Dublin for a night, then we did Galway for 2 nights, and then we finished with our last night in Dublin. Such a good time. I need to shout out these two guys that we talked to while you were podcasting with Kate. Mm-hmm. When I was FaceTiming you, being a little overserved.
1,000,000 times.
Yeah. So we were at a bar, we were listening to live music, and there were these two young lads. No, they were our age.
Well, they followed us on Instagram.
Yes. So I told them all about the podcast because I was technically supposed to be zooming in for the the podcast episode with Kate, hindsight, I'm so glad I didn't, because I think it would have ruined the sound. I really do.
It would.
So I'm glad
that we didn't want you there.
No, but I'm glad that you just handled that, because that was it sounded so good and it was really well put together, and I don't think I needed to be there for that one. In my mental state.
She's gonna come back.
Yeah, she'll come back. So we were sitting with these two guys, Connor and Lee, shout out. I don't know if they're gonna listen to this podcast. If they do, sorry for the story I'm about to tell.
Oh my God.
So we were talking to them for a good long time. They were awesome. Our age. We were requesting songs. They have very thick Dublin accents. They were going to a concert that night, which is why they weren't working at that time. They were just at a bar pre-gaming the concert.
Love that for them.
Yeah, it was awesome. And they were so down to earth, so cool. I was telling them all about the podcast. And then we were talking about boyfriends. I was like, oh yeah, I have a boyfriend. They never said anything about girlfriends or partners or whatever. So we end up saying following each other on Instagram, and we're like, oh, if you want to meet back up with us, let us know later on. So we didn't end up meeting back up with them, but the next day I go to Galway. So the next day, this is when it gets interesting, because I'm we just get to Galway, we're at dinner, and I get this message from a girl, and this girl, I'm going to read you the message because it was terrifying. Because I was like, what the heck happened?
Oh my God.
So, hey, just seen that you and me fella were following each other from yesterday. He said they were talking to yous in a bar. Did anything happen, or what is the story there?
Oh my God.
Lee and Connor. It
sounded like you had an Irish accent reading that.
Because that's exactly how she typed it.
That's how they spell, yeah.
And I was like, my heart dropped, because I was like, okay, so either obviously they never mentioned they had girlfriends. Not that anything was sketchy at all.
Very platonic.
It literally was, but I was like, why am I getting singled out? I'm the only one who said I had a significant other.
You were like, I'm the only one that was like, I am not available.
Yeah.
So
I was like, hi, so-and-so. Nothing happened at all. They were just being polite to Americans. We were asking them a bunch of questions about Dublin, and they were being kind. And she said, thanks so much. You're very good. And then followed me on Instagram. So I think we're friends now. But
she followed you.
But in a way, I was like, oh my God, she noticed that I started following that kid, and that's how she figured it out.
Damn, I'm not that on top of shit like that.
My heart dropped. I was like, I remember when I was in a relationship like this back in college.
It's not fun. If you know, I mean,
sorry, if you guys are listening, so sorry. Run. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I honestly, though, people forget Nick's Instagram got hacked, and people hacked him and DM'd people being like, hey, will you buy me a gaming gift card? And he DM'd all of his followers that. So he started from scratch Instagram 3 years ago, and post on it maybe once every 6 months.
Yeah.
So he's not very active on it. So I guess I should know, because he only has 10 followers.
Yeah, but
if it upticks to 12, I'm like, who you talking to? Who is that?
I used to be that, I don't want to say crazy, because maybe he lost her trust.
Well,
you know
also
what I mean?
It's not crazy if they've given you reason to do so.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say you're a psycho. You know what I mean? Because I've been there. I know what you're dealing with, sister.
You're strength in numbers.
Yes. Yeah. No. So I didn't really know, but they were shout out to those young lads that we met and his girlfriend.
So tell us.
Now my friend.
Now your friend. Tell us what else happened.
So other than that, Galway was really fun. There was one night where we met this bartender named Paul, and we will protect him at all costs because he is the sweetest man that I've ever met in my life, and I just love him. And then we went back to visit him the next day before we left Galway, and he genuinely seemed sad. So it was, you don't understand. You don't know Paul.
I'm like, wow, everyone's so excited about that.
So anyways, we're leaving Galway. We were going to wake up and get COVID tests, because you need a negative COVID test to be able to fly back to the US. And you need one 24 hours before your flight. So we were going to try to get one.
Within 24 hours.
Yeah, within 24 hours. So we were going to try to get one in Galway. We go to the testing center. they're like, hey, honestly, you might get your test tomorrow at midnight. And I'm like, you mean tonight midnight? And they're like, no, tomorrow at midnight. And I'm like, so we need it before then because we'll be on a plane by then, or not because we won't have our test.
Right.
So they're like, you need to do it at the airport. And okay, whatever. So we make an appointment at the airport for a couple hours before our flight. They come back in 1 to 3 hours. Bada bing, bada boom, whatever. So we go out our last night in Dublin. Dublin's so much fun. There's like all the mandates are lifted in Ireland now. It's no mask, nothing, no vax cards. Like, even though we're all boosted and
I mean, if
safe,
you flew, you had to be boosted or have a vaccine within
270 days, which I learned, which I learned the hard way. So we get to the airport. They do a basic lobotomy on our PCR test. Like, it touched the back of my brain, and I've never had that intense of a PCR test. So then we just have to sit and wait for our results. And I'm kind of nervous at this point. I'm like, we've been living, we've been going to bars, we've been kind of like crazy. And like, yes, we're all fully boosted. I, knock on wood, had never had COVID. And the 2 girls I was with both have had it, and are fully boosted. So I'm like, if anything, I'm the one most at risk here because I've never had COVID. So we're waiting there for our test results to come back. Mine is the first to come in, and I'm like, oh, thank God it's negative. So you can't even check in for your flight until you get a negative test result, because you have to submit it to this app called Verify to get your boarding pass. Like, that is how intense it is. This other girl that I'm with, hers comes back negative. And then my friend next to me, she goes positive. And I was like, what? You're fucking with me. Like, you're kidding. And she was like, starts shaking. So then I knew she was not kidding. In fact, she was not kidding. So hers was positive. Guess who was still in Ireland? My friend. So this is just a PSA. So then I come back 48 hours later. I develop symptoms. I got
COVID.
I got the Rona. I got the Irish Rona. Luckily it was very mild, and I am healed and good. And it was like one bad day of like bad flu symptoms, and then I was fine pretty much. But my friend, I was much luckier than my friend who is still in Ireland. So we might start a GoFundMe for her, because she's had to fund everything.
She's officially been there for over a week.
Yeah. No.
After their trip, she's been there for an extra week plus some.
Yes. And then she tested positive again yesterday or the day before, so she's gonna be stuck there a couple more days. So
literally, these
are the dangers of traveling abroad.
So Carly texted us in the family.
I did not think that she was going to, like, out of anyone, I thought she was the safest. She's had COVID. She hits all 3 boosters.
But there's different variants that like to trickle on in.
Yeah.
But Carly texted us at 5 in the morning, and like I was working that day, and so I was up, and all we get is a good news and bad news. Good news, I'm negative. Bad news, my friend is positive. And I'm like, so we have a friend that's been working in the gym with us, and she got there, and I'm like, when I tell you, I got this text, and I was like, mentally, I don't think I would do very well if that happened to me. I think I would have sobbed, then cried more, then had a crisis because I'm poor, and then had another crisis because I can't spend more than 5 minutes alone. And we know this, if you know me, if I'm in the car alone, I'll call you. If I'm home alone, I'll FaceTime you. Like, it doesn't matter. So I'm like, imagine being abroad alone. No, I cannot. And sick. Like,
yeah. But the thing is, she never really got that sick.
Thank God.
You know, which is lucky. It's good and it's bad. Like, this is what I was saying the other day. When I couldn't go out for your birthday because I was in quarantine.
Yeah.
It almost sucked more that I wasn't that I was feeling fine, because if I wasn't feeling well, I wouldn't even want to go out. Yeah. I would just want to like be at home in my bed. But I was sitting there like twiddling my thumbs, being like, I feel 100% fine, but I cannot go out.
Right. I know. So, speaking of, I honestly, like, just all my high school friends came home for a little early birthday celebration. it was so nice to see all of them because a lot of my friends are spread out far and wide. So they came home and we went and did karaoke, and that was so much fun. Shout out to Jeff for hooking us up at Stage in Allston. If you have not gone, Stage in Allston is so much fun. It similar to New York City, they have karaoke rooms and you just go and there's 2 mics and a big screen and you just like sing your heart out. It's very loud. So if you have sensitive ears, bring earplugs. Mom and Dad definitely were sitting with like one hand in their ear the entire time. And Roger was like, I think he was disassociating a little bit at one point.
Oh my gosh.
My mom got up and sang with one of my friends. And everyone said it was the highlight of the night. She sang Shallow with my friend Jamie, and it was amazing. So after that, I knew Hurley was playing at Memoir. And if you don't know who Hurley is, if you haven't been listening very long, he's our wonderful producer that has to deal with us every week. More than once.
There he is.
There he is. There's our mans.
Hello.
Hi. So he opened for Buddy, DJ Costa. So I was like, my 2 people in one night, like, absolutely, I'm there. So when I tell you, like, I made sure we got to the club early. I was like, we are going for Hurley's entire set, and this is a non-negotiable. What time did you go on? 10?
Yeah.
So, like, way past my normal bedtime. But when I tell you, if you have not gone and seen Hurley or listened to Hurley's music yet, it is... Remember we talked about running through a brick wall? Like, I think I was about to the whole time. I was front row videotaping him like a proud mom. I was like, oh my God.
Literally like the Mean Girls mom. Like,
I felt like the Mean Girls mom. I had my phone out the whole time. I was on my tiptoes. I'm like trying to zoom in on him. And I'm like, I literally was fangirling. If people hadn't known that I knew you, they'd be like, oh my God, who is this girl?
Like security, like
literally crazy fan moments. And then Buddy came on. He was great. Honestly, an amazing weekend. Everyone survived. And I was with, my girlfriends from school. So it's 7 of us total. No casualties. We were all good. Well, viciously hungover yesterday. I'll be completely transparent about that. How did you feel?
I missed the one night where Maddie lets loose.
One night. Did you?
No, not really. I stayed responsibly hydrated.
I had like 4 liquid IVs that day. And I don't know, you guys, I think it was a combination of the fact that we sprung forward.
Oh yeah.
Rude. We all got home. We're like, oh, it's only 2. All of a sudden we look at our phones, 3:30. We're like, okay, I guess we should go to bed. Me and Nick slept till 11 that day. I don't remember the last time we've slept that much. But yeah, I was hurting. I'm still hurting. 2-day hangovers. This is 25. I love my life. But Hurley, you made it all worth it.
I love that.
You're amazing.
I'm so glad you guys had a good time.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, Maddie never lets loose. Like, Maddie's always the responsible one, always the one that like 3 drinks max, drinks a shit ton of water, and then like sobers up and is like, I'm done having fun. So like the night, of course, when that's true.
No, it's completely true. Like, I could be in my own home, like not having to be anywhere. And I'm like, it's kind of getting late, you guys.
Yeah.
No, and this is the thing. The reason why I don't do this
is because you have 2-day hangovers.
I do not feel well. Like, I feel fine, but when I tell you, Nick was like, do you want to get up? Like, maybe leave the house? I was like, that's not for me. That's actually not on the cards at all. He bought me a weighted blanket for my birthday, #girls with anxieties. So I was under that all day, just like horizontal on the couch. And the whole time I was like, I'm going to be upset tomorrow with myself. Like, my body, my joints, they're going to hurt because I didn't get up and move. And I was right. I feel horrible. But otherwise, like, the hangover's gone. Just now the body aches are back where I'm like,
Good times.
I'm getting old. It's okay. Yeah. I'll do it one more time for you at some point. I'll let loose. Friday, Hurley is headlining at Memoir.
I know.
Yeah. I better see you there again, man.
Honestly, though, I am your biggest fan. You're
headlining. That means you're the late night act.
Yeah. So you gotta stay at least till midnight.
Oh my God. When I tell you I got home on Saturday, it was technically Sunday, I was like, so I'm good for like a good 6 months. Like, I don't think I need to stay up past 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. for the next year.
Yeah. Till 26.
The thing is after seeing Curly live again for the second time, I was like, I understand why people do it now, because it is a lot of fun. Like, it was so much fun.
Yeah, no, it's so fun.
No, it's so fun. But yeah.
So we need to give a shout out to Culture Pop Soda.
Yes.
They sent us this lovely package. Actually, they sent it like a month ago, and
Carly got COVID. She was in Ireland. We've been a hot mess.
We've been a hot mess, but we're going to try it. I got the watermelon, lime, and rosemary.
Oh, you can hear it on mic.
So the cool thing about it is it's a probiotic soda.
My gut really needs that.
Actually, yeah, you do. You do need that right now. So it's soda you can feel good about, made with real organic spices, organic fruit juice, and live probiotics.
Really, do you want one?
Sure.
Oh, that's bomb.
It's really...
Try not to drop it.
Oh my God, they're...
explodes everywhere.
You think I'm going to be able to throw it to you?
They're out of Sudbury.
I'm so worried, but let's go.
That was a good throw.
Well done.
Thank you.
They're so good.
They are really
non-GMO, plant-based, and vegan. So we're drinking the watermelon, lime, and rosemary. So it's Culture Pop Soda. Go check them out. If you're into probiotics, like gut health.
They're pretty big on TikTok, I think.
Yeah, so they're not... So their TikTok's been growing. I like every single one of their videos.
Me too. I am a fan.
Me too. I'm a fangirl.
Fangirl.
And yeah, I actually really like this, and I like the fizziness of soda.
I feel like, not to bring it back to alcohol, if you do like alcohol, I feel like that would taste good in like a margarita.
Yeah, it would. It actually really would.
It would. So, or you can just not add alcohol to it.
No, it's actually really good.
No, it is really, really good.
It.
And I'm not a big soda person. I'm a soda water person, but it's not sickeningly sweet, which is why I like it.
Yeah.
So try it out.
Wait, before we move on, are you getting an engagement ring tonight? It's Maddie's birthday.
So
Nick's
glad
taking
you
her
guys
out. Nick's taking her out for dinner.
So glad you guys asked. So Nick got me the weighted blanket. He got me Lumineers tickets for my birthday.
Doesn't seem like enough.
I mean, I thought maybe I deserved something more. No, I'm just kidding. But I was like, Nick, I lose my health insurance in a year. It'd be really nice if we were married, so I don't have to worry about that. And he was like, Maddie, shut up. The answer, in short, is probably not. I did ask, and he looked me straight in the face and was like, no. But I was like, could he be kidding? And he's definitely not kidding. But yeah, I mean, we were in the car with my parents and my friends, and we were talking about someone else who had just gotten engaged. I'm like, oh, that must be so nice. And my parents were like giggling in the front, and Nick's just like looking at the ceiling of the car. He's like, please shut up. Like, it must be really, really nice to have a ring on your finger and have a boyfriend that wants to propose. He's like, you're too much. So no, I'm not getting engaged, but would love to, Nick, if you're listening to this. I would really not be mad if you decided to at some point soon.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But speaking of things good for you, just like the culture pop, actually, I mean, I guess things that are good for your body, but we're doing a little review on it.
Yeah, because someone asked us. Someone slid right in, Hannah.
So actually, though, I'm shocked we haven't covered this. Because, after this, I'll cover another story. I have another story, but so collagen, talking about collagen, and I'm shocked we haven't talked about it because I feel like it is so popular. And the reason why is because I even got influenced to start using it without literally knowing anything about it. Like and I think that's something to be said about
direct consumer. Yeah,
direct consumer or just like word of mouth, because I don't even know who told me. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy some collagen. Like, I think it's
Do you have the Vital Proteins one?
I have First Form, I think.
Oh, okay.
But Vital Proteins is very, very common.
That's what I have.
Do you use it?
Sometimes.
Yeah, see, like,
I'm not consistent with it, but like my boyfriend will drink bone broth every day, which has a ton of collagen in it.
It does. So if you don't know what collagen is, it's one of the most abundant proteins in the body. And it helps make like connective tissue and like the name implies, the type of tissue connects other tissues and is a major component of bone, skin, muscles, tendons, and cartilage. A lot of ways that people think of it is skin. Like they're like the collagen like helps the elasticity in your skin, helps you not get wrinkles, fine lines. But collagen is really only found in animal flesh, like meat and fish that contain connective tissue. So here's the thing. Vegan, you can't, if you're a vegan, like you can't take collagen supplements because it's not vegan, because they're all derived from animals pretty much. Like, well, some plant foods do, but like the most is like meat and fish. So I've actually, I don't know of any vegan collagen. I'm going to look that up while you explain the rest.
So what does the research say on collagen supplements? Let's dive into it. So most research on collagen supplements is related to joint and skin health. Human studies are lacking, but some randomized controlled trials have found that collagen supplements improve skin elasticity. Other trials found that the supplements can improve joint mobility and decrease joint pain, such as osteoarthritis or in athletes. Collagen comprises
It's okay.
about 60% of cartilage, a very firm tissue that surrounds bones and cushions them from the shock of high impact movements. So a breakdown in collagen could lead to a loss of cartilage and joint problems. So collagen has a lot of benefits, and the supplements that you do have a lot of benefits towards it. But what I'm wondering is, how much of it do you have to do? Do you have to be consistent with it every day? Can you take it one off? Can you do?
No, you have to do it. Like, you won't see really the benefits of collagen
unless you do it every day.
Unless you're doing it for months. Like, I did it for literally a month. I felt nothing. So the reason I really wanted to do collagen was because I've heard a lot about it, like helping your joints. And I have arthritis in my back. And I was like, yeah, like I feel like if I was consistent with collagen and I helped, like, you know, pretty much lubricate my joints and strengthen them, that would help. Of course, I fell off the wagon, so I can't even tell you if it has helped, but they found that the supplements can improve joint mobility, decrease joint pain, such as osteoarthritis or in athletes. Collagen comprises about 60% of cartilage. So, you just said that? I was looking up if it was vegan. It's not vegan. Wow, how did we land on the same paragraph?
I literally just said that.
But also what I was going to say is they do make a vegan collagen. Not sure how effective it is, but with people that I've talked to that take collagen, they swear by it, and they swear it has like effect on everything in their body. But
I really want to do it for my skin elasticity.
You have like no wrinkles though.
I do.
Okay. But also,
so you know, right in between your eyebrows, no one can see me right now, but because I have a hat on. You know how people get 11s? I have a strong 1.
She's a 1.
A fierce number 1 in between my eyebrows.
But not really. Like, I don't think yours are that noticeable.
It is the deepest. So, you know, if I could get some collagen to stretch the skin and make it not.
So, the downside, you didn't talk about the downside of collagen yet.
No, I didn't.
I disassociated into my Google while you were talking.
Yeah, I know.
But you did a great job, whatever you said.
Thank you. I just read from the article.
I know. So the only downside of is that a lot of collagens aren't FDA approved. So you really don't know what the heck you're getting. So like, if you think about what collagen, non-vegan collagen is made up of, like it said, it's comprised of a lot of animal protein. So like, you don't know like what you're getting.
But like bone broth could be the safest way to
for sure
get collagen, but also make sure that you're not putting something in your body that's not FDA approved.
Right. And Trader Joe's does have a great bone broth, I've heard.
Yeah, my boyfriend drinks it every day.
Honestly, I've seen it on TikTok too. A lot of people talk about it.
I've tried it before.
It tastes great.
Tastes like chicken broth.
Yeah, it's delicious. But at the end of the day, if you're taking collagen, you're finding that it works. Like, I do believe that if you're consistent enough with collagen, I'm sure it would make a difference because like the article was saying, it is so abundant in our body, and having more of it can really help when your body starts not producing enough to keep up with it. And like if you have joint issues, but at the same time, just be careful what brands you're buying because they're not regulated. like one of my friends said something to me and I like couldn't get it out of my head after she said about collagen. She's like, you're basically just like drinking ground up like animal bones. And then I know that's not what it is, but like I couldn't let go of that in my thought. And I would mix in my coffee and it would get all clumpy and gross.
Yeah, I used to take the Vital Proteins one and put it in my water bottle and like
it doesn't dissolve very well.
It doesn't dissolve. And it
Hot
tastes
stuff.
like, and someone once goes, it tastes like dusty bone water. And I literally same thing. I was like, all right. Okay. So I feel like a cannibal.
They do have capsules. So if you don't like the taste and you don't want to have to dissolve into your drink, but most people that drink like hot or cold drinks, like I just should do it in my dream, like every night before I go to bed. I drink my Beam Byron 15 if you want to save. It's literally
so good.
The only reason why I sleep, you guys, is that. But if you drink it with hot stuff, it dissolves a lot better. But of course, I was putting my like iced coffee, so there'd be like ice cubes fully coated in the collagen. I'm like, this is foul. This is truly disgusting. And I'm trying to get through it. And it did, even though I got like unflavored, you can get like vanilla and chocolate.
I got a flavored one. It's really good.
Really?
But I shake it up in a shaker bottle so that it fully dissolves.
So I did that with my coffee for quite some time and I was good at it. I was taking my collagen. I was doing greens, like just like athletic greens. The athletic greens really didn't do anything. Like I think it was all my psyche, but the collagen
doesn't taste good, so it must be good for me.
Well, I literally would send people pictures. I'm like, if something is this deeply colored green, it has to be good for me. Like, I don't care what's in it. Like, this is the thing. I could be told, hey, this is good for you. I'm like, great. Like, that's how it's so easy to be a consumer.
And that's why you listen to our podcast to know if it's real or cap.
Yeah, no, fact or cap, baby. But if you want to do collagen, like our listener that submitted it, if you are doing it, you're probably doing really like more good than harm. Like, like we said, just be really mindful of.
And if you really want to see a difference in your joints and your skin and anything, be consistent
hair, skin,
with it.
And nails. Like,
I would try it for 3 months straight, like every single day, 3 months straight.
When I was looking into it, I was reading reviews like, I didn't see any improvement for 6 months. Like,
yikes.
You have to be so consistent about it. And especially if you're someone like me who like feels a lot of joint pain often, like I'm a perfect candidate and I can't even get on the wagon. So,
you know what? All these, it's all so difficult.
It's hard to keep up.
It really is. My stupid Invisalign.
Oh my God.
My collagen, greens.
I mean, here's the
matcha.
thing.
I'm exhausted.
If you eat a balanced diet, if you eat a balanced diet,
you might want to.
Then you shouldn't have to supplement too much. But Carly doesn't. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I do. Today I had an apple and a salad.
That's not balanced. I appreciate you thinking it was balanced. You are not a cow. You can eat more than some lettuce and an apple. Thanks for trying. But no, I think supplementation is good, especially if you find that there are gaps in your diet or like we were saying, if you're injured and you need more collagen in your diet. But yeah, I somehow can always get a coffee though.
Yeah,
no problem. I prioritize that.
Spend at least $20 a day.
I did get both my. Okay, hold on. I have a bone to pick.
With who?
Dunkin' Donuts.
I thought with me. I was like, spending.
You haven't done anything wrong
today.
Not today. Satan. No, I'm just kidding. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I sensed that it is my birthday. They give you birthday drink rewards like Starbucks and Dunkin'. And
so she double dipped.
I did double dip because I was
dipped her dick in everything.
Jesus. What's in your culture, Bob?
I know. Literally. Did you spike that?
No. I think I'm just happy to have human interaction.
I know. Carly's like, I've been alone for so many days. I needed to talk to other people.
Sunday morning, Maddie and all her friends were like at her house. And I was like, who wants Starbucks? I'll drop it off. She lives 25 minutes away from me. I just like wanted to see people.
So they all left and I slept till 11. So that didn't happen. But no, I had a really early client this morning at 6:30. Shout out Raquel, you're the best. Crushed it. But I was up at like 5:30 and I was like, I'm going to get coffee. So I was there early, not paying attention. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have a birthday reward. Scan it. About to drive away. He's like, it didn't pay for the whole thing. I'm like, whoa. it said free drink reward. And I guess because I got espresso in it, they charged me. Like, it literally took maybe $2. It doesn't count for cold brew. It doesn't count for espresso shots. So I'm pretty sure it just took the almond milk that they charged me for because they were out of oat milk. Ew, that was gross. But I don't know what just happened. Snotted. But they literally charged me for the whole coffee pretty much. I was like, this is a waste. Starbucks, I'm pretty sure my coffee today would have cost like $8 and it was free. So shout out to Starbucks. Although I've given you probably thousands of my dollars. Thanks for the free drink for my birthday. You made it all worth it.
I went to Starbucks today and the person, I pulled up to the counter and the guy was like, the person in front of you paid. And I literally, my heart.
Did you pay for the person behind you?
So then I was like, I'll pay for the person behind me. They're like, it's a mobile order pickup. And I was like, what about the car behind that? He's like, $6. I was like, all right. So,
did you pay for them?
Yeah, I did. I was
about to say, if you didn't.
No, I always pay it forward. And then also I was feeling exceptionally nice today. And I brought cupcakes into the office for Maddie's birthday.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Like, who would have thought that I would do that?
Not me. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it. For being honest, I was not expecting that. But speaking of my birthday one last time.
Oh my God.
Not to bring it back to me.
Maddie literally earlier today was like, I'm not a big birthday person.
No,
like,
I have a funny story.
I don't care.
I don't care.
People wish me a happy birthday. It really doesn't bother me. And then she's like, back to my birthday one more time.
It was about a gift I got from someone.
From me?
No.
$50.
Carly Venmo'd me $50. I'm like, thanks. I'm not kidding you. Getting old sucks because your birthday, like a lot of your family members' birthday presents end up, not that I don't need it, are money. They're like, let me just sell you or Venmo you. I'm like, okay.
Okay, but here's the thing. You didn't have to pay for your blowout.
No, I appreciate it. But like, it's so funny because when you're younger, you're not out spending a ton of money. So people actually have to like think about what to get you. And when you're an adult, people are like, do you just want money? You're like, I'm not going to say no because I'm poor.
I couldn't think, but I was like, you know what?
That's okay. I'll just get you a really heartfelt gift to make you feel for your birthday.
Please don't.
I'm just kidding. So
send back the $50.
Nick's sister, one of Nick's sisters got me, I got her gift last night and I opened it early. Oops. So we all know the saga continues of Nick never knowing which towel is his. And I think every person I've ever met in my whole life this story. But the thing is, so many DMs resonating about it. So many people flooded into the DMs being like, I can relate.
Wait, when someone said I would fillet his organs, I cried.
Literally, someone was like, if my partner did that to me, I wouldn't, like, exactly. And I was like, okay, I agree, but whatever. We're getting through. And one of our listeners was like, "Oh, I have different towels," and I'm like, "See, I'm not willing to do this. Like, I'm not willing because he should just learn." Nick's sister bought us a set of 2 towels in different colors, and she goes, "Hope this helps, causes you a little bit less stress." I'm like, things I didn't know I needed, but I needed, and like. I really appreciate that. It was a very thoughtful gift. Thank you. And then my friends got me those cheetah sneakers that I knew I needed too.
So I'm not thoughtful.
And then my other friend got me olive oil because I talked. Neve.
Oh my God.
Literally.
Love it.
So I went out to dinner with her not too long ago and we were talking about how getting old sucks and it's so expensive. And I was like, why is olive oil so it breaks the bank every time you run out? You go and you're like, here's $20 because you're not going to get like shitty olive oil. You want to get good olive oil if you're cooking with it, which I do all the time. And I swear we basically lap it up because I go through olive oil so fast.
She goes through olive oil the way I go through syrup. I literally was about to say syrup.
I knew it because Carly literally spoons it and licks the plate.
I love syrup and not the real stuff.
No.
Literally, I hate the real stuff. When we go up to Vermont or New Hampshire, I ask the restaurants if they have the fake stuff.
She goes, do you have fake syrup? And
oh my God, wait, no, I need to say one more thing about Ireland because this like reminded me of. So we went to breakfast one morning and it's this really like authentic Irish man that owns it, and he's in a scally cap. And we have our luggage because we were checking out of one Airbnb and going to another. So he goes, 3 Baileys and coffees. And everyone that listens to this podcast knows I don't drink coffee. I drink hot chocolate or anything else. So I was like, oh, not for me. Like, can I do a mimosa instead? And he goes, oh, fuck off. You're too posh for me. And I was like, okay. And then he brought me out a Baileys and coffee. And I was like, I'm not going to drink this. And so then I asked for a Baileys and hot chocolate, and I got that instead. But he literally told me to fuck off.
Well, I really respect that.
So, yeah.
You just learned to like coffee, I guess.
No, but also he goes, oh, fuck off. You're too posh for me. And I was like,
you just did a
British. I can't get the Irish accent down.
Don't try.
I won't try anymore. I'm sorry if I offended anyone who's listening from Ireland.
I mean, no, you just tried and failed. That's okay though. But I honestly, he was probably like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like the restaurants in America, when I'm like, can I have the fake syrup? They're probably like, oh, fuck off.
Well, they're literally in the depths of maple trees, tapping their own freaking syrup out of the trees. Like literally walked into the backyard, brought it into the restaurant. Cause like, do you have literally any fake syrup? Just like, or just sugar? I'll just pour sugar onto my pancakes. Essentially the same thing. But yeah, no. We got into this conversation about after olive oil. But, you know, I really appreciated that gift. I got a ton of olive oil.
That's amazing.
So,
shout out.
Thanks for the Venmo, Carly. No, I'm just kidding. I really appreciated it. I was not expecting it. I was going to get a blowout for my birthday, and Carly Venmo'd me for the blowout. I was like, blowout on me. I was like, you didn't have to do that. She's like, yes, I did. I didn't know what to get you for your birthday.
That's not it.
But what do you get someone that has everything they need? I have everything I need. I don't
like,
need
does she need another pair of Ugg slippers?
I don't.
I was trying to think, and then I'm
like a couple gallons of gas.
Honestly,
true. Seriously.
Honestly, though, it was $70 to fill my gas tank the other day. I nearly shit a brick. Yeah, I was like, whoop, swipey swipe, not on me. Yeah. I'm not doing that today. Not today, Satan. But next week we have a guest.
We do,
and we're super excited.
And then also next week we're also releasing a bonus episode with a Big Night employee.
Yes,
who has his own clothing line.
So excited to see him or to have him.
Yes.
Have had him. I saw him this weekend.
Oh, you did?
He's a wonderful, wonderful human. So
such a sweet angel.
Yes.
And yeah, we have a guest next week, and then I'm traveling again in 2 weeks.
This bitch. I'm so annoyed. I'm so over this girl.
Okay.
She's like off to another trip on another flight to a wedding this time. And then she's going to leave me again and again and again. And I'm just, if anyone is wondering, I'm hanging on by a thread if you need me.
And call into our mental health crisis line. I'm just kidding.
Just call me. Talk me down. Tell
Maddie,
me I'm okay. I'm kidding.
Fine.
Carly, I'm kidding. I was fine. Y'all, she was away. Then she's like, hey, I have COVID. You're on your own again. I was like, perfect. And it was fine. It was literally fine. Yeah. I'm amazing.
I worked for one. Maddie is the backbone of Built by Byron.
Yeah. Just the past couple of weeks. I'm excited to have her back this week, though.
Yeah, it's needed.
Yeah,
I need to get back in the swing of things.
Me too.
All right.
Please do not forget.
Please, for the love of God, please do not forget.
Things holy.
To rate, review, subscribe, and to leave us a nice little comment. Like, they literally make our day. Like,
I called my mom being like, do you want to hear a new review we got on the podcast? You will hear, Colleen will cheer you on if you leave us a review.
Someone left us a review that they found us from Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
Which
nearly
Maddie
pooped. I was like, what?
Nearly Maddie called me and was like, because she knows I listen to Call Her Daddy. Maddie's not a big podcast person, believe it or not, but I am. And
I usually just call people if I'm bored.
Yeah, I know. You should start to listen to things.
I know.
But Chloe Cherry was on Call Her Daddy last week, and she was talking about how she struggled with an eating disorder, and she listened to a podcast that got her through it, and it was called Take the Cake. But someone found our podcast because I think they were searching for Take the Cake and found Eat the Damn Cake. And thank God. I mean, happy to have you here. So
happy to have you.
Which our podcast also aligns with that in a way.
Also, I looked up Take the Cake. Looks like an amazing podcast as well.
Yes.
So you should definitely give that a listen too. If you got confused, welcome. I'm happy you're here, but I don't think it was the podcast that she had recommended, which is fine. I'm glad you still found
I
us.
hope more people get confused and listen to us from Caller Daddy.
Well, I was shocked. I was like, there is absolutely not a chance.
Wait, should we try to like play that off and slide into Caller Daddy's DMs and be like, hey, we're the podcast?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never in a million years. Because Chloe was not talking about us.
Maybe she meant us.
She didn't. I looked up, Take the Cake's a real podcast. Okay. So we're not taking your fire. I hope Take the Cake's doing amazing.
No, they're doing great. They're doing great.
We're not stealing their shit though.
No, we're not. I'm not trying to steal anything.
You're stealing our thunder. And on that note, please rate, review, subscribe, and have a good day. Goodbye.